Hey guys, Dave here from Easy Country Cooking and Cook and Share. Well, it's midweek and I was in the mood for some Philly steak and cheese, but I didn't want to go out and all that jazz. And I really didn't want the bun. So I thought, what if I make it at home just with some pasta? So I went ahead and made some Philly steak and cheese pasta. Do it in 30 minutes. Absolutely delicious. You are going to love it. So let me show you how to do it. So let's begin with our ingredients. First of all, we have some parsley and about a pound of medium ground beef, some plenty pasta, some beef broth, mozzarella, mushrooms, a red bell pepper, you can use green too, some garlic, onion, heavy cream, olive oil, and for our seasoning, we got some Italian seasoning, salt, and pepper. First of all, off the old batteroonie, we're going to add a little bit of olive oil to a pan over medium-high heat. That's about enough right there. Now in with the old ground beef. Now we're just going to kind of break this up, and we'll fry it until it becomes, a little on the brown side. Just kind of a nice brown happening there. This isn't bad ground beef, but again, like I say, here I go with the price of ground beef. It was still like $6.50 for not even a pound, a little under a pound. To me, that's still too much, but I just keep going on and on about this. But again, let me know if the price of beef has come down your way. However, kind of thinking about it, with Philly steak and cheese, you should obviously use steak, but that's why I went to the ground beef, because the price of steak is just so high. But by all means, if you can afford it, I can't really. Go ahead and grab some steak up and you can fry that up instead of the ground beef. All right, my friends, we're kind of nicely fried up here. So I am going to, you notice I got quite a bit of fat and water on here, so I'm just going to go ahead and drain a bit of this off. Next up, I'm going to slice up my mushrooms. I guess I'm going to cut them, something like this. Grab up our bell pepper here. And what I'm going to do is julienne this up. I mean, you could dice it too, but I think it's going to look a whole lot better julienne. But up to you again. And like I said before, you can use a green bell pepper too if you like. Or a yellow even. Anyway, now that everything's all fried and cut up here and all's good on the ranch, I'm going to move this beef to one side of the pan. And we're going to go in with half a small chopped onion. And you know me, 3 cloves of the old chopped garlic. And we're just stir and saute this for a couple of minutes, just until that wonderful aroma of onion and garlic fill the air. And I don't know about you guys, but I just love the smell of onion and garlic sauteing. It fills the whole kitchen up. Now we're all sauteed up there. I'm going to go in with those mushrooms. Oh, now this is looking good. Red bell peppers. And of course, give everything a quick stir around here. And what we're going to do here, guys, is just let these mushrooms cook down just a little bit until they begin to change color. And we'll give everything a mix-a-rooney together here. Now, I think, although this is ground beef, it's beginning to look a little bit like the old Philly steak and cheese. Of course, we ain't done yet. And I'm going to season things up with a little bit of salt. I guess about a teaspoon. Some ground black pepper. And you know me, I'm a ground black pepper lover, if you can get that one out. It's a couple of teaspoons of that. And you know me, everything I cook just has to have some Italian seasoning. This is optional. I mean, you can just add what you like, but Italian seasoning has just about everything in it. Maybe a teaspoon or 2 of that. And of course, just give everything a stir around here. Ooh, doggies, this is looking good. Okay, next up, I'm going to go in with a cup of heavy cream. I mean, you can use table cream or half and half, but in my case, I'm going to go with the heavy cream. 2 cups of beef broth. All right, guys, we brought this kind of a soft boil here. We got some bubbles happening here. So next up, I am going to go in with a cup and a half of the old penny pasta. Give everything a stir around. Now, you don't have to use penny. You can use whatever pasta you have on hand. I mean, fusilli, whatever you've got there. And just to mention, if you didn't watch our video last week on the Mexican chicken bake, go ahead and watch that. It was so good. Oh, just absolutely delicious. And this is going to be good too. So I'm just going to keep this on a soft boil for about 10 or 12 minutes, just until that pasta becomes al dente. And while we're cooking up here, guys, I've been doing some ciphering in the old noggin here. And I think this comes in, let's say $6 for the beef and the rest of the fixins. I think we're coming in about $10. It'll feed 4 people, so $2.50 a person. Not too bad on economy-wise. And we're still about the 30-minute mark, so we're about 25 minutes right now, something like that, maybe 25. So we're going to come in around 30, 35 minutes. So midweek, $10, maybe 12 at the most, depending on, maybe if you want to go with steak, it might be a bit different, but that's not too bad. After 10 minutes, guys, we're looking pretty good. So I am going to go in with 2 cups of ooey gooey mozzarella. Well, it will be ooey gooey. Of course, you can use the cheese of your choice. And give everything a stir around here. And for some finishing touches, I'm going to go in with some Parmesan. Looking good, guys. And we're just going to let this kind of boil and simmer away for a few minutes. After a few minutes boiling and simmering away, guys, we is pretty much done. And just look at this. That is our Philly, I guess, ground beef and cheese pasta. All right, let's go ahead and serve this up. I think this, if it's, and it tastes anything like it smells, it's going to be so good. Of course, guys, we are going to garnish this up with some parsley, just to make it all pretty like. And there you have it, my friends, our poor man's, that's what I'm going to call it, Philly steak and cheese pasta. Everybody, believe me, everybody is going to love this. All right, guys, let's dig in here and get some of this up. See if I can get everything on here that I should be getting. Oh, I mean, that's looking pretty darn good. Just look at this. All right, down the old hatch here. You know, I think this is close, or as close as this poor man can get to Philly steak and cheese without using steak. It is pretty darn good. You are going to like this. I definitely encourage you to make this up. Everybody in the family is going to love it. Even the neighbors will love it. And if you do, leave us a comment as always, because I love to read them. Give us a thumbs up. It helps the channel out. Most of all, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe. I'm going to have more. And we'll see you in the next video. It is good. You got to make it.